Hi, welcome to the Queen Bird Show. And today's video is going to be about losing faith in God. At the age of 7, I lost my faith in God. I mean, I had given up on God. I cursed God. I would cuss him out. Every night, I would cry myself to sleep. And I was so angry and bitter at him because I just could not understand how God can call himself God, but he allowed bad things to happen to a child. I didn't give up on God, but I gave up on myself. So at 5, I'm crying every night, crying myself to sleep, but I'm fussing at God and I'm cussing at God and I'm telling him how angry I was, and I can't even repeat what I was saying because for me to even tell my story and to describe who I was and that person, the person that I was, it breaks my heart. So even though I know God is like, okay, you're telling your story, it really did happen, but it breaks my heart just to know that I treated God so bad. And at 7, for a child to even want to express themselves to God, that was deep for me. Because now as an adult, I look back at it and I'm like, I even had a relationship with God when I was a child. Like, how did I know to even call on him? Or even as a child, I had a relationship with God. So I blame God. I was mad at God. I blamed him. I blamed him for everything that happened bad to me. I blamed him for the parents that I had. So at the age of 7, I cried myself to sleep. Maybe around the age of 6 or 7, I got taken away from my mother. Every night, I would curse him out. I was angry and I was bitter, and I could not understand why when I called on God, he didn't come. And I blame God for everything that happened bad in my life. And I felt like if you was God, then when things bad happen, you are automatically gonna stop it, like Superman, because that's what TV show us. So I'm thinking like, okay, if you see me in a situation and I'm a child and I can't defend myself, why aren't you helping me? Why are you letting the devil attack me? Okay. I had it rough. At the age of probably 5, I lived in a home with my mother and 4 siblings. I had a brother and 3 other sisters. I was the youngest. And my stepfather, he's not even my stepfather, but my mother's boyfriend was molesting me. And my mother wasn't aware. I didn't have the type of mother that if she didn't know, she wouldn't have did nothing about it. My mother would have probably killed him in that house if I had told her. But he always told me that if I told that he was going to kill my mother or my sister. And I was real close with one of my sisters at the time, so he would be like, basically, I was just scared for them. I didn't even really care about myself. I was more so just afraid that if I told him and my mother would say something, that he could come back and kill me, kill my mother. I didn't even really care if he killed me. I just didn't want him to do anything to my mother. So I kept it a secret. Then one day, my mother was ready to leave, and she would get him to babysit me. And I was the only child in the house at the time because I was the youngest. I was a baby, so I wasn't in school. And I could have been younger, but this is all I can remember. But I know my sisters and my brother would go to school every morning. And my mother, she was a single mother, and she trusted him. She trusted him. And so moving forward, then my mother lived in an old house, and we didn't have we didn't have gas. I guess our gas had got cut off. So my mother would boil the water on the stove and then take it and pour it in the tub. And I didn't live with my father, but I would go. My father was very active in our life. He would come get us on the weekends. And my mother boiled the water and poured the water into the tub. And she told me and my sister to get ready. And I went in the bathroom, and my sister, we took our clothes off, and but I saw the steam in the tub, so I knew not to get in. But while my mother was putting the hot water in, she also had the cold water running to mix it up. But my sister got in the water before she came back in, and she burnt her feet. So then social service got involved. And my sister was the first one removed out the house.